Alright, what's up guys? This is Joseph Quick here, and today I'm doing a video over the top 10 things every reptile owner should have. This is not specifically for snakes, this is not for leopard geckos, frogs, this is just in general. So, first thing I have up is paper towels. Paper towels, you're going to go through a lot of paper towels, but they're worth it for whenever you have to clean out the enclosure, because let's say your animal just decided to go all over a corner. Paper towels, easy to get rid of and somewhat relatively inexpensive. And like I said, you will go through a lot of them, but it's worth the investment. Which brings me actually into the second thing I have. It is some sort of cleaner. Reptile safe cleaner. You can use Dawn dish soap as well, because it is rated to help animals, but you want to use some sort of reptile cleaner. Reptile cleaner to clean the enclosure. So let's say it's been 3 months and you need to change out the substrate. Why not go ahead and do the entire enclosure? Just do a full clean out, so that way everything is new, and just go from there. Which brings into the third thing, a plastic tote. So if you guys have noticed, I have totes that I keep my snakes in. I have a tote that I keep for soaking days, and then I have a few other miscellaneous little plastic totes around that size. Those are just that way whenever you're cleaning your animal, you can set them off to the side and not worry about where they're going to go. Or for soaking days. And sometimes people will even do a monthly cleaning on a soaking day. So that way they're not having to take the animal back out, set it off into another tote. They just set it in a tote. So that's already 3 things. 7 more things to go. Next thing is some sort of scoop. Now, if you don't have a scoop, yes, you can also use paper towels. But the reason I suggest getting a scoop such as this one, or maybe even a wire scoop, is because your animal may only go to the bathroom on the top layer. So instead of having to take an entire 2 sections of a paper towel, you just take your scoop, just slowly work it under, and then lift up, shake it, so you don't lose that much substrate. Whereas with paper towels, you have to grab. You have to grab the substrate, the fecal matter. You have to grab all of that stuff. So this really comes in handy, and at times outdoes the paper towels. So then, next thing is some sort of substrate. Yeah, I know that this really isn't substrate, but first thing I could find. And easiest thing to find, because I know where this is. But always have extra substrate. Always have extra substrate on hand for those cleaning days, or I actually ran into this problem about 2-3 weeks ago. My Everglades rat snake, I didn't realize. Where is it? Alright, whatever. But I didn't realize that on this dish that I was using for his water, for her water, that it was leaking. The water was leaking into the substrate. So what I had to do then was take her out, put her in another tote, and because I had extra substrate, it was real quick, empty out the substrate that was already in it, wipe it out, and then put new substrate in. So that's why extra substrate is important, because a little bit of mold was starting to grow, which that can be detrimental, very, very detrimental to your animals. So then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. Reptile shading head. Reptile shading head. Shedding aid. The reason I like this, and I suggest that every reptile owner keep this, is because you never know whenever your animal is going to have a bad shed. Maybe that one day it got a little too hot in the enclosure for whatever reason. Let's say the sun was out all day, so the humidity dried out a little bit, and your animal was going through shedding. You knew that, but you didn't think much of it, and then you come home and it's got patches of shed on it. With this, all you do is you shake it, just give it a real quick shake, and then you spray it all along your reptile. Just little spritz, so that way then it helps loosen up the shed. Because this is specially formulated to help with shedding. So then the seventh thing is extra light bulbs. And once again, this is just a random light bulb that I grabbed. But always have extra light bulbs, especially during the winter. But extra light bulbs are always amazing to have on hand, just in case, for whatever reason, a bulb goes out. These are always amazing to have on hand. I currently have two of every bulb that I have and that I use, just in case that anything was to happen. So whether that be bulb just go out or anything along those lines, I have extras. So then this brings into number 8. ReptiSafe. ReptiSafe is amazing. This is a reptile water conditioner, and this gets rid of any bacteria that can be harmful to your reptiles from your tap water. Now you can go out and you can get distilled water and mineral water. Don't quote me on that. But you can go out and get the gallons of water and your animals be fine. But if you're like me, you have a really busy schedule, ReptiSafe is a lifesaver and it makes your time more efficient. So that's why ReptiSafe is so amazing. Then number 9 is either a spray bottle or some sort of bottle that you can spray on your plants. Spray on your plants, whether that be just some sort of little cactus for your bearded dragon, anything like that, or even just to keep the humidity high, and especially just to keep their water dish full. So yeah, so something that can hold water is very, very good. Okay. So then, number 10, the most important one is money. You need to have a adequate amount of money a month just in case anything was to go wrong. Whether that be all your bulbs keep on burning out, or your substrate goes to complete crap, or something along those lines. Your heat mat goes out for whatever reason. You have money there just in case you are in need of a essential. And everything I did go over is things that I believe that everybody should have that has reptiles. Because all of this stuff here, everything that I covered is amazing, and I use almost on the daily basis for whatever reason it is. But money is the ultimate thing. So that way you can buy your animals food, or your animal gets sick and you've had it since it was essentially born and you don't want to lose it. So you then take it up to a reptile vet. So money is the most important thing. But with your reptiles, never go cheap. Like for me, I thought about just going with Dawn dish soap instead of getting the wipeout. But because I'm not cheap on my reptiles, I went with the wipeout. So, and with that, I mean with their health. So, that's also too why I always say, and remember, stay prepared. At the end of my videos, it's because you never know what's going to happen. For all you know, you could run into a problem. You could run into a problem where, I'll just use a perfect example. I'm breeding leopard geckos, and I didn't realize that she was already gravid. And because I had spent all my money, I can't get some sort of good substrate for a little while. So right now I'm just hoping that she doesn't lay her eggs before I can get the substrate for the incubation process. I have everything else, or I can make everything work. It's just I don't have the proper substrate because I don't have money. And that could be 2 animals dead or that passed away because of me. But like I said, that's a perfect example. So those are my 10 things that I think every single reptile owner should have. Should have at all times. At all times, and always have on standby. And have on standby just in case. So, with that being said, have an amazing day. Always be prepared. And don't just make your day amazing. Make somebody else's day amazing. I'll see you guys later.